Don't get me wrong, I love the colors on all of my fish. I mean, this blue and yellow combination on this Buccochromis rhodesiae yellow, I think is just stunning. And the color combination and shape of a Malawi hawk that you see there, I think is just beautiful. But there are some fish that look like they have a battery pack that they're carrying with them. And I would include this very fired up fire hap right here in that category. His blue just really comes through. And then complemented or offset by that orange anal fin. Just stunning. He's acting pretty fired up today. Colors of my Coengi are beautiful. And of course, as a Buccochromis notitania gets older, they start to develop incredible colors. But in this tank, I would say that that fire hap is probably the one that stands out the most with regards to electric color. But he's not going to stand still for a photo today. Over in the 210 gallon, I've got to include the geos in that category. And I'm not sure I'm sure there's a scientific reason why certain fish have this sort of neon quality in their coloration. You know, the lips, looks like he has neon lipstick on. I mean, the other fish have color, beautiful color, but it's just sort of a flat color. It doesn't have that sort of electric pop that fish like the geo have, or like that beautiful electric blue Ochart back there. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, to some degree the Jack Dempsey has some of that going on, as does the green tear. And the spangles on the top of the Salvini make the Salvini a real strong runner-up. Now you almost have to include the red tear in this group. It's a beautiful fish, and he does have some sort of an electric, sort of a luminescent in the dots on his body and also on the cheeks. But interestingly enough, I think the blue rainbows, these little dwarf rainbows, which are really hard to capture on camera. I mean, the blue doesn't really come through. It really doesn't get done the justice. I mean, you've got to include them on this kind of a list. And you would also have to include those little neon tetras hiding behind that auto back there. There's some neons behind the wood. And it's sort of an underrated little fish that, you know, we just sort of take for granted. It's just always been in the hobby. Neons and perhaps not quite as common, but fairly common are the cardinal tetras. But they really look like they have a light. You know, like there's a little AAA battery just lighting them up. Really pretty when you think about it. This is not to take away from other fish, like some of the beautiful Congos in this tank. these candy stripes on their body. And yes, you too, Mr. Camera Hog. Red spotted gold sebrum. That Congo tetra, that dominant male Congo tetra right there in the middle, chasing everybody off. And then the spots that you get on the back of the body, on the finnage of a hecali, or in this case, it's commonly referred to as an albino Ochart. Look at the spots on the back of the dorsal. And also in the tail and anal fin. And even in the pecs, you've got some of these little electric spots. And of course you have the traditional AC hecali, which I think is a beautiful fish, but not quite as striking, especially when I can't get him under the light. So I can get him to move over a little bit. But when he lights up, when he's under the right light, he can really, really shine. But not quite as striking as this guy, who seems to be spotted with little bits of glitter. You can see a little bit more of the spots on the, there you go. See the AC hecali back there? His body just lights up when he's under the right light. So that's really my list of my electric fish. Just really enjoy looking at certain fish. I mean, I enjoy looking at all of them. Let me just be clear about that. But there are certain ones that when you see them, it's always kind of an eye-popping experience. You just don't get tired of it. Sneak up on this, on that fire hap. See if I can catch him on camera. He's really fired up today. Got something going on. What do you think? What fish have you had or currently have that you think are electric in their color, that are always popping? Do you have some that are like that? That, you know, go ahead and tell me in the comments which ones are your favorite. And maybe it's a fish I haven't heard of or haven't considered. Maybe I'll go out and add them to my collection. That firemouth always protecting the middle. Thanks for watching.